Hi, I'm Tom, and this is Adult Game Reviews. This month we have a compilation video voted on by my backers, and what did they want? They wanted a list of completed games.
I don't know, I never met the guy. He does exist!
They do exist.
Believe it or not, there are a ton of completed games, so this will be a two-part video with the full video having 40 games on it. I mean, I could do more than 2 parts, but some of these games are older, and some of these games I honestly don't really like. However, all the games on this list, someone will enjoy. Now, if you want to get all 40 games, then you can check out my Patreon and Subscribe Star. If you want all the links to this video, you can check out the public post on my Patreon. The link for my Subscribe Star is in my link tree, and my Patreon is patreon.com/adultgamereviews. You can see that in the description. Okay, so I'm not going to go through these games in any deep way just because of how many we have on the list. All these games are either available on Steam, GOG, Patreon, or itch. If you see this icon, it's on Steam. If you see this one, it's on GOG. This one's Patreon, and this one's itch. And if you don't see any icon at all, that means it's on all 4. Okay, let's get into it. Love of Magic Trilogy by Droid Productions. You want to go to magic school and save the world? Well, then get ready to spend potentially 100 hours in Love of Magic. There's a visual novel-like story, minigames, and a sandbox world to explore. While I enjoy the story, I didn't like the poker minigame, so it's up to you if you can handle that. Oh, and I know there are ways to mod the minigames out, but personally, I hate having to do that.
Ain't nobody got time for that!
Next is City of Broken Dreamers by Philly Games. City of Broken Dreamers is beautiful and stylized. I thought it was great with the cyberpunk and futuristic feel. The only criticism from people is that it can be slowly paced, but this is one of the better visual novels we have in the genre, and it's complete. Moving on to a classic, and that's Once in a Lifetime by Charybdis. I love Once in a Lifetime. This is one of the funniest visual novels I've ever played, and it just so happens to be Charybdis's first game. The one he's working on now is Eternum. You may have heard of it. If you can handle Once in a Lifetime's now pretty dated graphics, this is one everyone should play. Okay, so the next one is probably my favorite in one of the genres. If you've seen the channel, you know how much I love Hush Hush, Only Your Love Can Save Them by Sad Panda Studios. This is the best dating sim I have played. It's not just a pure dating sim either. If you make the wrong choices, you and the girls can die. So that adds a bit of pressure. The next game you can only find on Patreon, I think, and that's STWA the Author. His current project is The Unbroken. I reviewed The Author a while back. If you want to see that review, you can check the description down below. Either way, The Author is worth it if you're okay with some heavy topics. Moving on to Between Two Worlds by Druscati Games. Between Two Worlds is just a really solid game. I love the Pathfinder and D&D storyline, the writing is fantastic, and you actually have a healthy relationship with your girlfriend. I am definitely looking forward to see what Drus can come up with next. How can I have a list of complete games and not put Leap of Faith on it? I can't. That's why it's on the list. Leap of Faith by Drifty is in my top 3 of any game I have ever played. If you spend any time in the community, then you will likely have heard of Leap of Faith, and if you haven't played it, what are you waiting for?
Holy shit, man, you got to get on that.
Moving on to Deliverance by 1000. You may know of 1000's current game, Cybernetic Seduction. Deliverance, though, is a weird game. You're a detective who is investigating a series of crimes, which takes a supernatural turn. I enjoyed Deliverance, but as I said, it's a weird game. Just make sure you check all the tags before jumping in. Next is Bear Witness by Alter Worlds. Alter Worlds' current game is Heaven's Door. I have yet to jump into that one, but I'm looking forward to it. With Bear Witness, if you've seen my review, I did have issues, but the variety of endings do improve the disjointed kind of story, and Athena is one of the best girls ever, so check it out. Another one we have to have on any completed games list, and that's Acting Lessons by Dr. Pancake. If you're a fan of BAD and you haven't played Acting Lessons, I think you're in for a treat. I mean, Acting Lessons is a very different game than BAD. While as of my last playthrough, it doesn't quite capture the same magic as it once did. It's still better than most of the games out there though. Now for something very different, and that's Changing Tale by Helmet Fox. I have a review of that one down below. While not the usual type of game that I play, the whole VN takes place in the Highlands of Scotland, and it's all about transformation. Honestly, this is just a beautiful game. If you like the characters of the furry variety, then I would check this one out. Next is just a collection of games. I decided to just include all the Love Joint games, including Shale Hill Secrets and Double Homework as examples. I have liked most of the games Love Joint has put out, but the billing practices of Shale Hill Secrets and the bait and switch story and Streaming for Love makes me less enthusiastic about any future projects. But that's up to you. Next is Now and Then by ILS Productions. I just covered this one in my 17 horror games vids, and I have a review of that one you can see down below. Now and Then is a pretty long game about trying to survive with your adopted daughter during a zombie apocalypse. This one can be slower paced and is more relationship focused, but one of the better zombie apocalypse games out there. Lastly on part 1 is Alive by Seaskin Games. Their current project is No Such Luck. While Alive might not have the best visuals of any of the games on this list, there's a short contained story with choices, and I enjoyed Alive a lot more than I thought I would. This is another one where you can see my review of it down below. This one requires a few different playthroughs, and each time there was something new, which I did really enjoy. So that's it for part 1. If you want to see all 20 games on part 1, think about supporting me on Patreon or Subscribestar. I want to thank all my backers, and if you haven't seen my review of Origin Story, you should really check it out here. Thanks all. Until next time.